what is art school? Did you find, was there groovy girls and like were you
No,
all
man.
affected, or was this like one of those kind of technical art schools?
The Art Center College of Design is pretty dry. Like it was the parties there were the worst party. Like you know, no shit, it'd be four guys talking about paint. I mean, and there'd be like a girl. I'm not kidding. Like I can specifically remember going to a party and talking to a guy about what Liquitex paint I liked best and how I was really into parchment color. And like even then I was like, this is not what these parties are, because there was no dorm, so there wasn't a dorm atmosphere.
Commuter campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, because it's up above the Rose Bowl, like tucked in a hill.
Is it by that? It's part of that museum, maybe? No.
No. If you go above the Rose Bowl, there's like a long black rectangle, like a super modern rectangle wedged into a mountain. That's Art Center. Like it's super modern, like Bauhaus style, cold as ice art school. It was just it was super, super serious.
Yeah.
And, you know, the thing people don't understand about art school is the hours are crazy. I mean, I probably averaged 3 hours of sleep a night.
Really?
You get over 40 hours of homework a week, easy.
And what?
I mean, I was an illustration major, so it's like you paint 1,000 swatches, or, you know, I had a class where you had to do 1,000 figure drawings by the end of the semester. You do, you know, 250 hands, 250 feet. Like you learned how to draw right by just tons of repetition.
Really?
So you have tons and tons and tons of work.
So you just got a stack of hands?
Yeah.
And did that work?
Yeah. I can draw fucking balls off a hand, man. I can draw a hand with my left hand, with my right hand. Like you just learn by doing it. And you have to draw
them in different poses?
Yeah. Hundreds of them.
And what does the repetition do? It just gives you a sense of the figure of the
figure. You get a sense of what the hand does,
right?
What you can do with it, what it can't, where it can't go. You get a sense of when you're drawing it wrong. You start to see, you're like, that's not. It's this weird thing that happens when you're drawing something, and you put a line somewhere, and you're like, oh, that's right. You can see it going right because I think something in your brain triggers like a visual memory. So you look at what you're doing, you're like, that makes sense, and you just keep doing that. You're like, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense.
And so you can just sort of like, I could say draw a hand, and you'd be like, no problem, boom.
Yeah.
Did you do that with heads?
Yeah.
Heads? Feet?
Feet.
Yeah?
Less feet.
Yeah.
Not as important.
Not a lot of feet.
No, a lot of people wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Every time, I mean, figure drawing class, everyone everyone crap out at the feet. Everyone had flipper feet. Just like get real lazy around the genitals and feet.
Lock the gate!